Good morning, children. I am back here with the explanation. I hope you all must have seen the videos which I had sent and understood the story. So, today I shall be explaining the remaining portion of the story. Now, as we all know, that the small boy named Charlie Bucket is able to find the ticket. The last Willy Wonka's golden ticket was found by this boy, and he is right there in the shop. The shopkeeper could not control his emotion, and then he starts calling out people, shouting that, see, the little boy has found the last Wonka's ticket in my little shop. And he's very happy. More than the boy, the shopkeeper is happy, because he wouldn't have expected that in his shop somebody will come one day and then find the golden ticket. The boy wouldn't have expected that he will be able to discover that ticket in the chocolate which he is eating. And then he screamed, he yelled, he called out people, and after that, what happened? Let's see. In a few seconds, there was a crowd of about 20 people clustering around Charlie, and many more were pushing their way in from the street. Everybody wanted to get a look at the golden ticket and the lucky finder. Where is it? Somebody shouted. Hold it up so all of us can see it. There it is there, somebody else shouted. He's holding it in his hands. See the gold shining. So the people around are also very excited, and they are also very eager to know that who is that lucky finder. So in a few seconds, the small boy, the boy named Charlie, was surrounded by a crowd of people. Around about 20 people were clustering. Means they were standing very close together to see that boy, the lucky finder, and the golden ticket as well. And Charlie and many more were pushing their way in they were rushing towards the boy just to see that golden ticket and to see the boy too. Everybody wanted to get a look at the golden ticket and the lucky finder. They all wanted to know that who that lucky boy is, and the golden ticket, that how it looks like. Somebody from the crowd asked that where it is, where is it, where's the ticket? And someone said that hold it up so that everybody can see that ticket. And somebody said that there it is there, somebody else shouted. So people are also very excited to know that the last ticket has been found by a lucky finder, obviously a lucky one. Here he's holding it in his hand. So he's holding it in his hand. Somebody said that, see the gold shining. So people are very excited to see that golden ticket, and that's why they all are rushing towards the boy. And the boy is totally surrounded by a group of people. They are talking among themselves that there's the ticket, there's the gold shining, right? After that, how did he manage to find it? I'd like to know. A large boy shouted angrily. 20 bars a day. I've been buying them for weeks and weeks. Now here's a boy who is a large boy, means a tall one. He shouted angrily. Now he's angry. Why do people become angry? Do you know? They expect for something and they don't find it, or they are expecting for something for a long period of time, and when they don't get it, they become angry. So this boy is angry, and that's why he's expressing his angerness by saying that 20 bars a day. I purchased 20 bars in a day. That also for several weeks he had been purchasing, but still he could not find the golden ticket, and that's why he is very angry. Think of all the free stuff he'll be getting too, another boy said enviously. A lifetime's supply. So there was a condition that whoever finds the ticket will get lifelong supply. So he is saying, a boy enviously, he is jealous. One of the boys is feeling envy. Okay, he has the feeling of envy. Why? He is being jealous because he also was willing to get that ticket, but he did not find, and that's why he is feeling jealous, thinking that the boy is feeling jealous because He thinks that the boy named Charlie will be getting free stuff, means free of chocolates, that also throughout his life, a lifetime supply. Wow. Okay, next. He'll need it. The skinny little shrimp, a girl said, laughing. It's like this: when you become a successful person, or whenever you have achieved anything in your life, there will be people, they have different opinions. Like somebody will be there who will be angry, somebody will be there who will be jealous of your success, someone will be there who will make fun of you. So same thing is happening with this boy also. There's a girl who says that he'll need it. He is such a weak person, weak and frail boy at the boy. The girl said that he'll need it. The thin little poor weak boy, in a laughing manner, means she was making fun of that boy. Okay, Charlie hadn't moved. He hadn't even unwrapped the golden ticket from around the chocolate bar. He was standing very still, holding it tightly with both hands while the crowd pushed and shouted all around him. So the little boy, he was standing listening to everyone, and he hadn't even moved. Okay, he was just standing there, and he had not unwrapped that chocolate yet, and the golden ticket from around the chocolate bar, it is still there. He has not done anything with that. He is just holding it tightly in a very firm manner, and holding it tightly with both his hand. And while the crowd and everybody around him, they all were pushing and shouting, and the boy was still holding the ticket, nothing else. He felt quite dizzy. There was a peculiar floating sensation coming over him, as though he were floating up in the air like a balloon. His feet didn't seem to be touching the ground at all. He could hear his heart thumping away loudly somewhere in his throat. So the boy felt very confused, unsteady, and there was a strange feeling as if he was flying. Okay, he felt that way, as if he was flying like a balloon in the air. He felt as if he is not standing on the ground, he is floating. His feet didn't seem to be touching the ground. Yes, he did not feel that he was standing on the ground. It seemed that he is floating in air, just like a balloon. Just because of these kind of feelings, he thought that his heart was beating very fast, very loudly, somewhere in his throat. So at that point, he became aware of a hand resting lightly on his shoulder, and when he looked up, he saw a tall man standing over him. "Listen," the man whispered. "I'll buy it from you. I'll give you 50 pounds. How about it? And I'll give you a new bicycle as well, okay?" So, this world is full of cunning people. So, when the child found that ticket, there were people who came to him. So, at that point, when he was feeling dizzy and like he was floating in the air, there came a man. At that point, he was aware of a hand resting lightly on his shoulder. It means somebody, a stranger, might have come. So, he just kept his hand on Charlie's shoulder, and when the boy looked up, he saw a tall man standing over him. And there was a tall man who was standing there, and what he said in a very whispered way. He whispered that, "Listen, I'll buy it from you." So that man was very cunning, and he was willing to buy that ticket from this boy, Charlie. "I'll give you 50 pounds. And then he offers the amount of money he is going to give for that particular ticket. And then he says, "How about it? And I'll give you a new bicycle as well, okay?" So now he's trying to convince that boy, saying that, "Give me the ticket and I will be giving you 50 pounds and then a new bicycle as well. Is that okay for you?" And you know what? The price of that ticket was much more than what he was offering to that boy. "Are you crazy?" shouted a woman who was standing equally close. "Why, I'd give him £200 for that ticket." "You want to sell that ticket for £200, young man?" Now there comes a very cunning woman who was standing next to the boy, equally close. So she was listening to the boy and the man's conversation. And then she jumps up, saying that, "Are you crazy?" She shouted at the man who was offering the boy the amount of money and a new bicycle. Then she says that I would give him £200 for. Okay, then she asked that, would you sell that ticket to me for £200, young man?" "That's quite enough of that," the fat shopkeeper shouted, pushing his way through the crowd and taking Charlie firmly by the arm. "Leave the kid alone, will you? Make way there. Let him out." And to Charlie, as he led him to the door, he whispered, "Don't you let anybody have it. Take it straight home quickly before you lose it. Run all the way and don't stop till you get before. You understand?" Charlie nodded. So the world is also full of good people around us, isn't it? So just after hearing to that lady, the lady was trying to convince that little boy named Charlie that she will be giving £200 to that little boy in order to get that ticket. And the shopkeeper was very conscious. He was listening to the conversations made by the cunning people around that boy. And then after listening to all this, he said, "It's enough. Now nothing more than this." He shouted at them, pushing his way through the crowd, and he just went into the crowd taking Charlie. He held Charlie's hand, and then he took the child out of that crowd and then said, "Leave the kid alone, will you? Make way there." So from that crowd he took out the boy Charlie, and then he said that, "Let him out." And just after taking Charlie out of that crowd, he led him to the door. And he whispered that, "Don't you let anybody have it." He said that you don't have to give this ticket to anybody. Don't give it to anyone, and take it straight home. You have to carry this ticket straight to your house. Don't stop anywhere. Even if somebody comes to you to buy that ticket, don't stop and don't say anything to them. Quickly before you lose it, and go straight home before you lose this ticket. Run all the way, don't stop till you get there, and just run away from here taking this ticket until and unless you don't reach your house. So then he says that, "Did you understand?" Then Charlie nodded his head that yes, he might have understood whatever the shopkeeper was trying to tell him. "So, you know something?" the fat shopkeeper said, pausing a moment and smiling at Charlie. "I have a feeling you needed some luck. I'm glad you got it. Good luck to you, Sonny." "Thank you," Charlie said, and off he went, running through the snow as fast as his legs could go. As he flew past Mr. Willy Wonka's factory, he turned and waved at it and sang out, I'll be seeing you soon." And 5 minutes later, he arrived at his own home. See how such a wonderful person that shopkeeper was. He could have stolen that ticket from that child, isn't it? But he did not do that. And after explaining everything, after making the child understand that he has to reach to his house, and he said that, "You know something?" After pausing for a moment, he said that, "Do you know something?" And he smiled at Charlie. He said, I feel that you needed some luck. the shopkeeper feels as if, looking at the condition of the boy, maybe he might have known that the child is in need of prosperity, successfulness, okay, things like that. So that is what he had mentioned here, that I feel that you needed some luck and I am glad you got it. And the boy was lucky enough to get that ticket, so with that he can do anything he wanted. All right, then he wishes good luck to the boy, and the boy leaves his shop saying thank you. He went off and he ran like anything. He ran through the snow as fast. He ran as fast as he could run. As he flew past, and then while running, on the way there was Willy Wonka's factory. He turned and he waved his hand. He was very happy. The boy Charlie was very happy. He turned to the factory and then he waved at it, looking at that Mr. Willy Wonka's factory. He waved his hand, he turned towards that, and he sang out that I'll be seeing you. Means the boy will come back to that factory again in order to get the prize, whatever was promised by the Willy Wonka's members, like Willy Wonka. After 5 minutes later, within 5 minutes after running for a long time, he arrived at his home finally. So this is the story about a boy and the miracle. Did you see? Yes. So children, miracle do take place in your life too. Alright, so this was the miracle. What was the miracle? The child unexpectedly found the golden ticket. Right? So I hope you all must have understood the story. If not, rewind the video and then listen to it carefully. I'll be giving you the question answers along with this video. So get it written in your notebooks. Alright, well, take care.